Because when you make people second guess, then you're most likely going to be second best. That is a bar. That's a line. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Adunola, Adeshola if you're new around here, and I teach high achievers how to land new jobs they love at companies they love. In today's video, we are getting into the nitty-gritty on why you are not getting hired even after what feels like great interviews. I'm going to be telling you the top 3 reasons why you might not be getting hired, along with ways that you can fix that. I want to help you so that you can stop wondering, is it me? Am I the problem? What's wrong with me? Because nothing is wrong with you. It's likely just things that you're doing wrong that you can easily fix. So let's get into some of the top reasons why you might not be getting hired even after what feels like awesome interviews. Number 1, you do not know your story. A lot of times people spend so much time on their resume, they stay up late too many nights to count, tweaking and fixing, and by the time they get an interview, they're like, great, I got an interview, all I gotta do is talk and I'm gonna get hired. And they put so much emphasis into their resume and they don't put the same amount of emphasis into their interviews or even their story. And so the problem with that is that you think your resume is a golden ticket. And I talk about this a lot more in another video, but in this video, I want to tell you that if you're making this mistake, it's really holding you back. You might be making this mistake if you go into your interviews and you expect the interviewer to remember what they read on your resume, or you expect your resume to tell the story for you, or you feel some type of way about having to repeat yourself or really sharing your accomplishments or the things that you've done because you don't want to come across like you're bragging or you're saying the same thing over and over. And in reality, that's getting in your way of really standing out and showing up as the top candidate. When you don't know your story and when you focus so much on what your resume says and not really on what you bring to the table, you really don't allow them to really see the full picture of what you can do in that next position. So rather than just focusing on your resume and your interviews, really get clear on your story. Get clear on the examples, the accomplishments, the things that you've done. Be able to really know what you bring to the table, like the back of your hand, like your phone number, so that at any point, no matter what question you're asking your interviews, you're able to really communicate that story about what you can do. The second reason why you might feel like you're having great interviews but you're not getting hired is because you're not 100% excited about the role or the companies that you're interviewing with. And so even if you feel good that you can do the role, if you felt like you talked really well about what you can do in the position, if you aren't 100% excited about the company, excited about the role, then that's definitely going to show in your interviews. And the truth is, companies aren't just looking for someone who will be able to do the role, they also want someone who's excited about the company. Because when you're excited about the company, you're more likely to stay there for the long haul, you're more likely to be more proactive, you're more likely to bring more value, you're more likely to be able to jump right into the team. There are so many benefits to hiring people who are truly excited about the job and the company. And so even though you had a great conversation and you felt like there was a great rapport, if you don't really feel excited, generally excited about the company, you could be maybe one of the top contenders, but not the person who's hired because of that reason. And so if that's the case for you, I urge you to stop just applying for jobs that fit the title that you want. Make sure that the role and the company aligns with your goals and your values, because when you do get interviewed for roles and companies that you are excited about, you're able to really put even more effort into your interviews. You're able to show up more confident and excited, and that also helps when you're talking about yourself and when you're communicating to the interviewer what you can do and why you'd be a great fit for the position. The third reason why you might not be getting hired after a great interview is that you're making hiring managers second guess your value. You're making them second guess what you can do. So this happens when maybe they read your resume and they're like, oh my gosh, I love this person. I think this person will be a great fit. I'm excited to interview them. And then when you get into the interview, you don't seem certain about yourself, or your confidence seems very low, or you're not really clear about what you can do for them, or you just make them wonder like, okay, this is not really the person that I thought I saw on the resume. And so if you're feeling uncertain about what you can deliver in your next position, if you're not clear on the value you really bring to the table or the skills that you can deliver in your next position, then that is definitely going to impact how you show up in your interview. Your personality is going to be impacted by it. You're going to be more thrown off if they ask you a question that you were expecting. And it's just going to really show that you're not as confident as you appear to be on paper. And so they're more likely to go with the person who was confident. Again, that doesn't mean that you were at the bottom of the pool. You could have been one of the top 3 people that they were thinking about hiring, but essentially the way that you presented yourself in interviews, because you are uncertain about your value, showed them that maybe you cannot be trusted to do the job. And again, the hiring process is all about building trust. And so to fix that, I would highly recommend getting clear on why you know you deserve the roles that you want. Get clear on the hard facts about what you know you can do and why you're ready to thrive in that position. And then make sure that you know those things so that you can communicate that, so that you can show that you are confident, that you are ready to excel in the position. Because when you make people second guess, then you're most likely going to be second best. That is a bar, that's a line. But seriously, you don't want to be second best, you want to be the best, and you probably already are the best, but you have to really tap into that confidence so that you show up as the most confident person and get hired. If you want even more tips on how to get hired, then go ahead and grab my free guide on how to go from 0 interviews to dream job offers. In that guide, I walk you through my 5 proven steps on how to take your career to the next level with a new job that you will love. And if you want to cut straight to it, then go ahead and read this page right here and learn all about my Career Defined coaching program and how it can help you land that next position that you will love, and how you can get expert support from me and a roadmap to help you along the way. And then if it sounds like what you need, go ahead and apply and we will go from there. All of the links you need for the guide and to work with me are in the description box below. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment. Do not be shy. I respond to all of my comments and I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe. Go subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because if you've been watching this entire video and you have not subscribed, what is that about? How are you gonna know when I drop the next video? How are you gonna know? How are you gonna know? If you've been loving my content, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and come on over to Instagram where I share so much more career advice on how to land a new job you'll love. In the meantime, have a great week and I will see you in the next video.